Thanks everyone for being here. We have TCU head coach Mark Campbell following tonight's game against Texas. We'll begin with an opening statement from the coach and then take questions in the room.
Start off by saying Texas has a really good ball club. Proud of our team for the way they competed and battled on the road. We're still working through trying to get our feet under us without Sedona and create an identity kind of as a new team, and obviously they're working through that as well. But I am so proud of our team in an awesome environment, a hard place to play at. Our group gave us everything they had tonight, and it just wasn't enough.
When you talk about, I guess, resiliency, that third quarter is that what you're referring to? The way they hung in there and made shots and.
Oh, for us, it's 40 minutes. We got a small margin for error right now, and to come into a top 10 team in the country on the road, your margin for error is small, and it took 40 minutes of our kids absolutely scrapping, competing, fighting on offense to get a good shot. It took everything we had to stay in this fight, and we did. We had a shot where, it's about a four minutes left in the game, about a 5 or 6 point game, and so that's all you could ask for, a chance to come down the home stretch and be right there.
Mark, Danny Davis with the Austin American Statesman. Was there anything special Texas was doing with Jaden, or did she just have kind of an off night with the 11 turnovers?
Well, first of all, Texas is a heck of a defensive ball club. They do a really good job. Vic does a great job, and they keep constant pressure on you. But right now, without Sedona, we're asking Jaden to carry a heavy load and be a really dynamic playmaker for us. And gosh dang it, she's given us everything she's got. Sometimes she tries too hard, but it's with the right intentions. And so I'm willing to live with some of those mistakes because we're trying to figure things out right now. And she competed. She didn't have one of her best games, but I'm proud of her. What'd she end up with? Yep, just got to continue to do a better job taking care of the ball. But she's our floor general. She's our leader, and I'm rolling with that kid every time we cross the lines.
Coach, can you talk about what it's like to see Madison Booker at her age and her level just kind of play with a lot of confidence right now, especially having to take over, the Rory Harmon role in such a quick time?
Oh, because we're living it with Sedona. Madison's doing a great job. You usually build your team in the preseason and build your system and style of play around your best players. And so Rory is one of the best players in college basketball, and so they build a system around her. So it's hard for a player to come in to a role that you weren't used to and do it as a true freshman. Madison's going to be a very special player. She is a very special player, and to do it as just a youngster, I mean, she had a heck of a game tonight. But they're doing a great job kind of, working through their process.
Mark, how difficult, kind of going off that is it to have to rebuild's the wrong word, but recalculate what you're doing on the fly? You all with Sedona and Texas with Rory, although you don't have to speak for Texas.
Rebuild, reconfigure, you're spot on with those words. It truly is. Our identity, we played through Sedona. I would say probably 60 to 70% of what we're doing offensively was through Sedona. And defensively, we used to do a matchup zone because she's unbelievable at protecting the rim as a shot blocker, and we can't do that anymore. We had to become a straight man team based on our personnel. So it's really like you're doing a brand new training camp in the middle of the season and forming a new identity. I'm proud. We've come a long way since Oklahoma State, which was our first game after we didn't have Sedona. And we played nothing like this. We were kind of a rudderless group trying to figure out our identity, and that was the starting point. And I'm so proud of how far we've come from that game to this game in playing together and playing as a unit. But Texas is going through it, and they're doing a phenomenal job. They have one of the best teams in the country.
And then in the first half, Madison had foul trouble, but y'all kept her in there. And is that just she's a smart player? Is that you didn't have any options? Why did you decide to keep playing her with the foul trouble?
Yeah, my old veterans, Madison is a junior, Jaden is a fifth-year senior, Sedona was a fifth-year senior, Agnes is a senior. With those old vets, I trust them. And I know there's, analytically, kind of, they use the analytic stuff, but I'm willing to roll with my veterans until they prove they can't do it. And Madison ended up playing 36 minutes. Even though she had those 3 fouls in the first half. And so that's just kind of the way I coach. I want my best players on the court, and I trust them, and I trust my old veterans.
Thank you, Coach. All right, thanks, everyone.
You guys, thank you. Thanks, Brady.